progress despite some hurdles. Sheriff Gomez, after inspecting the various units at the Immigration Department, shared his impressions with GRTS.
It's my quest that we add on value to the development that we have already registered in the Department of Immigration. But critically and most important also is that we must embrace change. We must embrace change. There will be a lot of reorganization, there will be a lot of restructuring, because that is immigration. It is for them to tell us what service we are giving them so that we continue to change, we continue to challenge ourselves and make it best for them. This is very important, and as of today, I thought I will only say this. I will continue to motivate you, I'll continue to inspire you, but most importantly, I'll continue to challenge you.
The top party from the Department of the Commission for Refugees, where Oli Jallo, Refugee Commissioner, briefed the Minister and team on the Commission's work and the constraints they are encountering. Famara Fofana, GRTS.
We'll take our first break. Stay tuned.
billahi mané dañuy wax 2 weeks bu nek dina am ño xamné dinañu win bedroom set bo xamné dafa and ak dressing table ba cupboard ba lal bi ak side table ba yépp wala ñu win la mané togu yo xamné ñu togu yu baax yu or yu deugal pour saal bi mom la ñu win billahi Gamcel defati nako Gamcel defati nako Gamcel néna rek billahi Gamcel defati nako kër la ñuy joxe $100 rek nga xoss dugal ci sa biir mobile do ci ko soxla ba paré win ci kër tay way Gamcel defati nako way Gamcel defati nako way mané kër la ñuy joxe kër ak ay bedroom set ak ay sofa yo xamné yi kenn mënu la ko wax ci taru ci rafet tay Gamcel.
Welcome back. With little under 2 weeks to go before Senegalese voters choose a new president in a runoff vote, the two candidates are engaging voters on their take on key national issues. One of the more critical issues is how to bring peace to the Casamance region. Incumbent President Wade and rival Macky Sall spoke exclusively about their strategies to halt the insurgency in the region. But as we hear in this report, some Casamance watchers are less convinced about either candidate's plans.
Peace in Casamance. The question has repeatedly been mentioned in the speeches of the two candidates in the second round of voting in Senegal. Questioned by the Platform of Women for Peace in Casamance, incumbent President Abdoulaye Wade says he knows all the big leaders of the guerrilla movements and that he talks with them through intermediaries. His opposition rival, Macky Sall, wants very much to involve Gambia and Guinea-Bissau in the peace process. Kamouge Diatta, the former #2 man in the military wing of the MFDC guerrilla group, is analyzing the proposals made by the two presidential candidates to end the crisis.
The crisis in Casamance belongs not only to Casamance and Senegal. It's also a part of Gambia, Guinea-Bissau and the entire region. If the proposal made by President Wade excludes all the neighboring countries, it simply will not work. Nobody has responded properly to the question of Casamance. I say Casamance is the #1 priority, not one of several priorities.
In the meantime, Casamance, home to an armed separatist movement for more than 30 years, is currently seeing an upswing in violence. This past Sunday, 3 Senegalese soldiers were killed and 4 others injured in an ambush by rebels thought to be from the MFDC.
The International Criminal Court has found Thomas Lubanga guilty of war crimes. Lubanga was a rebel commander during the war in the Democratic Republic of Congo 10 years ago. This is the first case that the ICC has concluded since it started work in 2002. We have details in this report.
The International Criminal Court, based in The Hague, has handed down its first verdict since it was set up 10 years ago. Chief Prosecutor Luis Moreno Ocampo savoured the moment, while Thomas Lubanga, who has been found guilty of war crimes, appeared detached.
Prosecution has proved, beyond reasonable doubt, that Mr. Thomas Lubanga Dailo is guilty of the crimes of conscripting and enlisting children under the age of 15 years into the FPLC and using them to participate actively in hostilities.
60 witnesses and 129 victims gave testimony in hearings that lasted 200 days. Thomas Lubanga was recruited first by Uganda and then Rwanda to fight in Ituri, a gold-rich region of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Thomas Lubanga led an armed group of the Union of Congolese Patriots. Under the cover of protecting the Hema ethnic group against their neighbors, the Lendu, he forced hundreds of children as young as 11 to serve as soldiers and sex slaves in a conflict that ended in 2003. It took the intervention of European forces and the deaths of 9 peacekeepers in 2005 to persuade Kinshasa to hand over Thomas Lubanga for trial in The Hague. Thomas Lubanga will have to wait for the International Criminal Court to hand down his sentence, which he has the right to appeal.
We take a look at the weather report by the Central Forecast Office.
The Gambia is endowed with a wonderful landscape full of baobab trees. Like its Cape Point in Bakau, it is one of the most exotic sceneries in the world. The baobab tree is a symbol of resilience, wisdom, and resourcefulness. For the baobab tree provides good food in times of hunger, rents its bark for medications, and its sap for glue. In the Gambia, there is a company like the baobab tree, 100% African and purely Gambian in all aspects. In know-how, design, value, capital, and management. That company is Elton. Elton, employing hundreds of Gambians and proudly associating itself with development in the Gambia. Elton, side by side with the Gambia.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the weather segment. First, we begin with the summary followed by the forecast. It was mainly warm and sunny over the entire country in the afternoon. And to know what prevailed over the rest of the continent, we propose a look at the image captured at 1630 hours, indicating the presence of convective clouds over the central and the southern part of the continent. Elsewhere indicated clear skies and stable conditions. For the forecast tonight, we'll be expecting dry and stable atmosphere to prevail over the entire country onwards morning, whilst the day tomorrow will be warm, dry, and hazy. Winds will vary between northwesterlies and northeasterlies in direction, and they will both be light to moderate in speed. For the minimum temperatures, we'll be expecting them to vary between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius across the country, and for the maximum temperatures, they will vary between 37 and 41 degrees Celsius over the entire country. For those going to sea, we'll be expecting a low tide of 0.49 meters at 9:02 a.m. and also 0.58 meters at 9:59 p.m. For the high tides, we'll be expecting 1.42 meters at 3:01 a.m. and also 1.51 meters at 3:50 p.m. For the wave heights, they will vary between 1 to 2 meters high, and they will be mainly northerly swells. The sun will rise at 7:13 and will set at 19:17. Thanks for being a part of today's podcast, and from the Central Forecast Office, I am Hadi Choi.
And before we go, a reminder of our headlines. Officials